Hello and thanks for joining us this morning on Vanguard Live. My name is Marolake Ademiju. Let's move straight into the top stories of the dailies, starting with Vanguard. As the major headline says, 2027, Tinubu mocks coalition as Yuwata emerges APC chair. Says it's a coalition of confusion. Asks APC governors to reduce hardship in rural areas. We will reunite, expand APC, Yuwata says. Uzodinma launches president reform, moves motion to restructure APC leadership. Tinubu, APC unsettled by ADC's rise, says Abdullahi. Fix Nigeria before meddling into our affairs, article says. You can find our story on page 5. PDP zone presidency to South, moves conversion to Ibadan, vows to recover defected lawmaker's seat. Defectors will return if, Wabara says. Coalition defectors flocking back to PDP, that's coming from Damagum. We are ready to take back defectors, says Bala Mohammed. LPPC okays 57 lawyers for elevation to sound rank. I'm not afraid of visiting any state, Peter Obi replies to Kwebolo. Insecurity, 500 million small arms, light weapons circulating in West Africa, says CDS. Page 10 has the story, and above the banner says, banks, insurance, others contribute 1.77 trillion naira in Q1 of 2025. EU, editors collaborate to fight fake news in disinformation. You can find the story on the page 8. 2027, INEC vetting 144 applications for registration as parties. And lastly, on the Vanguard newspaper, court order pleas to pay NSAS protesters 10 million naira over rights violation. You can find that story on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Away from the Vanguard, straight into the Punch. As the major story says, post-NEC meetings, APC, PDP set stage for epic 2027 face-off. New APC chair Yuwata vows Tinubu's return. Makinde Bala led PDP's governor in 2027 power takeover plots. And there's a photo story here taken at the APC's NEC meeting and the PDP NEC meeting respectively. APC power cheese. Yuwata picks Brighton Shetima. Northeast 2027 chances. Page 3 has the story. Fake custom officers arraigned for scamming victims 34 million naira. Makinde unveils new Oyo tourist hub master plan. Page 22 has the story. And lastly, on the Punch newspaper, Nigeria harbors over 200 million illegal arms, says CDS. You can find the story on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. And lastly, the Guardian is leading with too much of a good thing. Unchecked dietary supplements turn toxic, lure many to early grave. Page 4 and 5 has the story. EU editors partners to raise awareness on impact of fake news. 2027, Tinubu rallies governor to performance, laws not with slots. Killings, Fulani avenging injustice in Plateau, says Elders Group. ADC CUPP kicks as Tinubu labels opposition coalition of confusion. Page 6 has the story. We are not against coalition to unseat Tinubu in 2027. Makinde unveils Oyo's tourism blueprint at summit. And lastly, on the Guardian newspaper, market money changing lives of Nigerians as 20,000 traders benefit from stress-free loan. Can find our story on page 19 of the Guardian newspaper. And that's all we have for the headlines of the dailies. Join us after the short break for a brief analysis of some of the stories. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Today in the News on Vanguard Live. My name is Marolake Ademiju. Let's move into our first story of the day. Court orders police to pay NSAS protesters 10 million naira over rights violation. A federal high court sitting in Lagos has ordered the Inspector General of Police and the Lagos State Commissioner of Police to pay 10 million naira in damages to some of the NSAS protesters for the violation of their fundamental rights. Trial Judge Justice Musa Kakaki, in his judgment, held that the applicants were unjustly harassed and their constitutional rights were infringed upon while participating in the 4th Memorial Rally held on October 20, 2024. Justice Kakaki further held that while law enforcement agencies hold constitutional power to maintain order, such authorities must be exercised within the confines of democracy and the rule of law. The judge affirmed that the applicants were entitled to the constitutional right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association as contained in the Nigerian Constitution. The applicants before the court include Azan Soweto, Udiale Kingsley, Ilesomi Kende, Osopale Adesheye, Olamilekan Sanusi, and Ms. Usugba Blessing, among others. They were joined by groups such as the Education Rights Campaign, Take It Back Movement, and Campaign for the Defense of Human Rights. The NSAS protesters in the suit had claimed that during the procession, police officers fired live ammunition and tear gas, brutally beat protesters, and carried out arbitrary arrests. They added that the arrested demonstrators were allegedly held in Black Maria for hours before being transferred to Panti police station, where they remained in the custody for 4 hours before their release. The first to third respondents deployed the fully might of the police force against the applicants under the guise that they exercised their constitutionally guaranteed rights outside the location permitted by the fourth and the fifth respondents, Joseph Opute, a lawyer to the applicants, stated in the suit. In an affidavit, one of the victims, Azan Soweto, the first applicant and coordinator of the Education Rights Campaign, stated that he and other protesters were beaten, tear gassed, and unlawfully detained without charges. And that's all for our first story. Let's move into our second story of the day. EU editors collaborate to fight fake news disinformation. The Nigerian Guild of Editors and the European Union are collaborating through a one-day training program for editors and media executives to stem the negative impacts of fake news, disinformation, and misinformation in the Nigerian media landscape. In a statement signed by the NGE President, Mr. Eze Anaba, and the General Secretary, Mr. Onua Oke, the Guild said the training program, which takes place in Lagos today, July 25, 2025, with institutional support by the EU, is informed by the growing concern that fake news has a huge capacity to damage the credibility of journalists and the media if not checked. The EU and the NGO will organize a one training program for editors and media executives across different media platforms. The objective of the program is to equip editors with necessary skills and knowledge required to identify and debunk misinformation, fake news, disinformation, promoting accurate reporting, and imbibing the discipline of verification in news reporting in Nigerian media industry, the NGE stated. Giving a back and justification to the program, the professional body of the editors and the media executive in Nigeria said, the spread of misinformation, fake news, and disinformation has become a major concern in Nigeria, with fake news and propaganda threatening to undermine the credibility of the mass media and the stability of the country. It added, it's a common knowledge that editors and media executives play a critical role in ensuring that the accuracy and reliability of the information published. However, recent experiences have proved that editors need the necessary technical skills and training to effectively identify and debunk misinformation. The Guild explained further that the proliferation of social media and other digital platforms has made it easier for misinformation and fake news to spread quickly, often with devastating consequences. According to the Guild, the Nigerian media industry requires accurate and trustworthy reporting to promote informed decision-making, stability, and holding government at all levels to account. Editors play a critical role in ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the information published in their respective media outfits. On the expected outcome of the training program, the NGE said it aims to improve fact-checking skills and knowledge to effectively identify and debunk misinformation, enhance accuracy and reliability of reporting in the Nigerian media landscape. Targeting 50 editors from various media houses, including print, online, and broadcast media. The statement added that the program is expected to promote informed decision-making among the Nigerian public through access to accurate and trustworthy information. So let's end today with Mr. and Mrs. Mr. is speaking first, and he says, it's a bad habit for a woman to take money from her husband's pocket without his consent. And Mrs. replied, it is called fastest finger. Is either the woman or her husband's side chick. What a smart move. So this is where we draw the curtain today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms displaying on your screen. And you can also visit our website at www.vanguardngr.com. My name is Marlake Ademuju. Have a lovely weekend.